I'm Nigel Fairs, and I was the producer for the Big Finish audio version of The Tomorrow People, and also a writer and composer and post-production person, so I wore a lot of hats. Well, I think to me, I was drawn to it as a teenager because I was bullied at school and I was a little bit different. And I think a lot of the people who are the fans, it's the same thing. It allowed you to be different, and in fact it promoted difference. It would say it's absolutely fine not to be run-of-the-mill, normal, whatever normal is. And in fact it's not different, it makes you special. And I think every teenager at one stage goes through that feeling of I'm the only person like me in the world, and feels out with whether they were bullied or not. I think that's the appeal of the original show, and certainly I tried to push that human element in the audios.
Yeah. How many shows did you do?
I was totting them up. I think there were 16 serials that I produced, something like that. It might have been more actually. I think it might have been 24 of them. But we didn't release. We weren't releasing. Weren't allowed to release the last 6. So yeah, it's quite a number.
Yeah.
Yeah, it crept up over the years.
Yeah.
Do you know, one of my most favourite moments from the audience, when I was working on it as a writer, it's the first one I'd written, and therefore the first studio I'd attended. And I didn't write myself the part, but the director, Jason Haig-Ellery, took my script and cast me in one of the roles, which was rather nice actually. And so I went into the studio, had my first scene, put on the headphones, and there was Tim, Phil Gilbert, and Nick Young, John, in my head, as if they were telepathing into my head, And so it was so magical.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I only met Phil once, but he was a real gent.
Yeah.
And I have to say that Trevor, who we got in to replace Phil after he died, also a gentleman, made in the same mould, I think. The funny thing about the Tomorrow People CD range, and I get the feeling it was the same with the TV series, is that we really became a family. I mean, this weekend's been like a family reunion. It really has. And I really miss everyone, and it really rubs it in, seeing everyone.
Continuing on.
Absolutely, because you've got the message, Roger's message and vision is so simple, and it's what I said about, teenagers, if you're different in any way, or if you feel you're different in any way, it's just shifting your perspective of what you've got. You're not different, you're special. And I think that's such a universal message.
Yeah.
Why shouldn't it work now?
Maybe more.
Well, I think, absolutely more important, as schools sort of packed down into, you've got to have this amount of marks or whatever it is. It ages since I've been to a school, but one hears that it's got more regimented as the years have gone on.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think it would have a stronger appeal now.
Yeah.